Wonder why no infestors are up, and so many hatcheries. Actually, 2 hatcheries here at the natural for extra unit production. There we go. Some infestors over there and some more. Yep, he just made some infestors, and as long as those neural parasites stay active on these stores, it's really good for the Zerg player. The tanks need to focus down, or whatever basically remains. The Helions. I'm actually sure they have light armor, biological armored, actually armored units. So yeah, tanks do a lot of damage, and Thors. He needs to take them down with something, otherwise the Thors will all stay mind controlled, and that's really bad. And another thing, he should try getting a ghost, or actually more ghosts, obviously, but he should use some ghosts against all the infestors, since he's doing all this entire mech build, and he knows there's infestors out there. He already seen the neural parasite. He's already seen it, so he should be safe about it. And there we go. The infestors are moving in soon. And let's see if neural parasite is going to go down. I think so. It has a high range. And fungal growth over there. The Zerg is pulling back. He doesn't feel comfortable fighting here, especially with the tanks sieged up. He's going to wait for the Terran player to move in closer. So oops, the queen getting taken out. But yeah, let's see what happens over here. The Terran player is actually pulling back, and I'm not really saying it's a bad choice. You should maybe go take out some expansion, try taking it out. Perhaps this one over here, but there are so many overlords spread all over the place. MadFrog is doing a really good game. Map control and vision and nice unit composition, especially versus mech. Quite the right choice. And the tanks are sieging up, and let's see, he's taking the back route because the tanks are weak over here and they are exposed. This is nice. This is nice. All the Thors are out of position. And if he does decide to push, he should have taken that moment, I think. But the tanks do want siege right now. And it's a good moment to push. And Neural Parasite is going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 as well. Wow, lots of... Wow, this is so bad. This is so bad with the Neural Parasite. I mean, what can you do? And now he's attacking this as well with the rest of the Thors. This is so funny to watch. Wow. So, Infestors, really a cool unit, really an underrated unit, and yeah, there we go. That's that. And basically no casualties really for the Zerg player. He's exactly where he was, and this mech build is really not paying off anymore. And I seriously think, especially since he has so many expansions, he still has way too many factories, he should perhaps just think about using these tech labs with barracks. He just make a few barracks, and he does have the... Let's see if he does have the upgrades for... Does he have another barracks over here? Nope. Whoa, another big push here, and ooh, this is not really so great, although those... SCVs are trying to repair, but fungal growth is going down, and another one going here probably, and lots of infested Terran. But this planetary fortress is actually doing so much damage. I mean, this is amazing. How much damage does a planetary fortress do? And it's getting repaired. It has the armor upgrade as well. I mean, it has 5 armor. I don't think it has the armor upgrade done, although I may be wrong. Actually, it does. It says 2 over here. My bad. My bad. I was wondering why it says 2 over there. Yep. So this is very hard to kill, and as you can see, even with all that stuff, it didn't go down. But so many factories and stuff, I have to say, even though MadFrog has those infestors, which he doesn't really have anymore right now, he's getting ultras, 12 ultras. Oh my god. Oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is gonna be quite something. And, oh, he does have his infestors. He was just borrowed here. Sneaky little infestors. How dare you evade my, watchful eye, I guess. So, this is definitely gonna die. Although, let's see if he does decide to move in, try some neuroparasite. I think he's gonna wait for those ultras. They're almost done. And I think if he just goes in here with the majority of his ultralisks and just does some neuroparasites, he's gonna be just fine. And here we go, and MadFrog is going to start plowing with the ultras, and let's see if he can do enough damage. And there we go, some neuroparasite going down, and not too much happening because of all those tanks. This is a lot of tanks. A lot of tanks in siege mode is so bad. You can't really put your Ultralisk in there when they're sieged up like that. And now is a good time to attack though, and he sees this, and he takes out some Helions while the tanks are not sieged up. But he needs more units. He needs, whoa, bunch of Zerglings coming out, and that's a good choice against all those tanks, I have to say. And the Ultras are going in, and they're going to work on the tanks and some infested Terrans as well. And the Zerglings are going in melee range in the splash. Even the drones are trying to pitch in, and yep, I think this is gonna get taken out by these Zerglings, also because of the splash. It's gonna be close. Quite a few tanks remaining, but I think MadFrog is going to be okay. I think he's going to just mass a few more units right now and handle that. He's getting more Zerglings, although 7 Thors on the way for the Terran player. Wow, 7 Thors. I guess that's what happens when a Terran player decides to get this many expansions. So, yep, there we go, and here is a trail of Thors, wow. And Helions moving down. Wow. And the Neuroparasite over here, and those tanks, I believe, are going to die, although no, didn't all die yet, but this Thor is quite nasty. Oops, the Neuroparasite broke, and there we go again. And he should focus down those tanks maybe because they're low on HP. Nope, the Infestor dies, and not looking so good right now for MadFrog. Let's see if he can actually do anything about this. I still think Zerglings, he's getting a lot of Zerglings, but they're not really grouped up, and some Helions coming in as well, and I'm not so sure if... Oops, sorry about that. I'm not so sure if he can do anything about this. And I think he's going to lose quite a lot of bases, even if he does manage to handle this. But this is so many Thors. I mean, so many Thors. Way too many Thors. Wow. And the Infernal Igniter as well is done. Those tanks need to die, and they do right now, but I mean, Zerglings are quite good against Thors, but when you have this many Thors, I mean, what do? You have to get, you pretty much have to get Infestors indeed. But it's hard to actually maintain those Neuroparasites. You need a lot of them. But I actually don't know what a good counter would be to this. Maybe some Hydras are okay, but they died quite fast to Thors, so that wouldn't really work. I guess Broodlords are pretty good because they don't have light armor, and Thors don't do that much damage to them. And you could get something in combination in association with those Broodlords. Could be a good thing. Let's see if he does decide to get any Broodlords, but no, 13 Ultras on the way. Ultras are quite good as well. But these stores are fully upgraded, and this kind of hurts. I have to say, this kind of hurts. And MadFrog is losing bases. Like I said, they're going down, and this doesn't look really good. And why is he doing this? I have no idea. The Ultras were blocked off, or what was that? Wow. I guess so. You guys can scroll back if you want to check what happened over there. For sure. And convince yourselves. The extractors are still up. Oops. I don't know. MadFrog needs to. Oh, indeed. And the Ultras seem pretty pissed right now. And that goes down. And all these SCVs dying, right? Whoa, that was sweet. That was sweet. Whoa. Nice. And these Ultras got almost fully upgraded. They just need one more upgrade on the weapons. But still, this is a lot of Thors, and I don't know really. Bunch of tanks are coming out now. Again, 9 tanks and 8 Helions. Wow. Helions, I guess, are there with the pre-igniter to deal with these Zerglings, because you know, you don't want those Zerglings going into your tanks and abusing that splash damage like you saw, and absorbing the damage that should really go onto the bulk of his army, which are these Ultralisk. And he does have also a lot of Infestors again, and this is going to be interesting. I think this is going to be quite a massive battle if they do decide to engage, and I think that's going to happen. But yep, there we go. So another expansion. MadFrog needs to re-expand, I believe. He should maybe even try taking this or put this up again. And whoa, I guess this command center was put here again after the Fly-Authority Fortress was taken out. And he needs to be careful with these Infestors. Wow, no. And nice fungal growth. Nice reflexes, nice cognitive process here. He just really thought about it. And just, hey, why don't I just fungal growth so I can run away? And many people just they don't have this in their reflex yet, but these guys, they're really good and they practice a lot. So this stuff just comes in naturally, I guess, for them. Whoa. This is, you don't want to go here, Zerg. You simply don't want to go here. But I think he could put his infestors over here maybe and start some neuroparasite from long range. But let's see. This is not really good what he's doing. He's trying to pull the ultras into the tanks though. And why is he unsieging? This is a mistake, a big one. Wow, he should not have done that. That was a really big mistake. This could actually cost him the game. I'm not kidding whatsoever. This was really bad, and you can see how fast these ultras are dying right now, but when they're going in melee range of the tanks, whoa, I would really like to believe that that was a misclick, and you don't unsiege all your tanks like that. If you wanted to move forward or something, should have done it slowly. Then move 2 or 3 tanks at the time, tops, and this was so bad. It's a crippling blow, really. He lost so much army, he lost all those Thors, a bunch of money over there, and all the tanks. Wow. And the ultras are really good. Basically, those tanks weren't firing half the time, and it was really lethal. And planetary fortress over here, and those SCVs are ready to repair, and they are trying, and they are actually succeeding. Fungal growth gonna go down, I think. Yep, there we go. But this planetary fortress has so much armor, and all these SCVs repairing it is quite great. It's holding its own against all these ultras. So it's really an impressive building, this planetary fortress, especially with the armor upgrade. But he is pulling back, and whoops, surprise over here, I think, by that hatchery. He can't land his command center. Oh, what a nice game, really. I didn't expect it to be this epic, this macro style game. I told you I don't watch the replays. I told you guys so. I like to be surprised myself, I guess, with what I see here. But well, he gets, how many factories does he actually have? I'm just gonna be curious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, so 7 so far. Oh, 8, 9, 10. Wow, this is impressive. Oh, and strike 3, you're out. And quite good game from MadFrog. I can't really complain, but wow, actually, the Terran player macroed up so intensively that he managed to replenish his army so fast all the time. And I've never actually seen in a recent game. I haven't seen this many Hellions, especially with Brigniter and stuff. I haven't really seen. No, this is I guess this impressive play from Fuzer. Very nice mech plus Hellions, and no real infantry. It's nice, you know. I'm so glad that I got to cast this game and I get to see something else than MMM. I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier that this happened over here. And MadFrog did decide to GG out because he didn't have any more mining expansions, and he saw that the Terran player's army is quite substantial. So he knew that these ultras are not really going to do that much. But a really good game from Fuzer. I liked what he did. I'm quite surprised that this macro play worked for the Terran. But yep, these planetary fortresses, both here and here, we could see just how reliable they are, just how good they are, especially with that armor upgrade. Since you also have SCVs repairing, it's great. They can really hold their own, last a long time. Also, very nice play from MadFrog with the fungal growth. But I think that the only answer here could have been a lot of Broodlords, and I mean a lot of Broodlords, because I don't think the Terran player would be capable. He does have some starports, but no add-ons. He has like 2 starports, I think. Yep. Oh, there we go, a reactor. So yeah, he could get some Vikings quite fast, I think. But still, Broodlords would kind of fill in the gap. I think they would really mess with the AI of the Hellions and the tanks, and the Thors, of course. And the Thors really don't do that much damage against Broodlords, especially upgraded Broodlords. I think he should just put a Spire down in case he sees that stuff isn't really working anymore, and try some Broodlords, because I think like 6 to 10 Broodlords in this game could have really handled this well. And yeah, other than that, nice game, nice macro. I can't really say anything bad about the player. So if you did like the game, just scroll back and watch a little bit of it again. there's a lot of stuff for you guys to learn from games like these. This is a really high quality game. Anyway, if you like what you see, do subscribe and support my channel, and stay tuned for more videos.